Imagine this. It's early morning. You walk into your kitchen still half asleep. You flip on your espresso machine, grind some fresh beans, and pull that first shot. Rich, golden crema. That deep, intoxicating aroma filling the room. You take a sip. Bold, smooth, a hint of sweetness. Suddenly, you're awake. Suddenly, the day feels possible. That's what good espresso should feel like. Now imagine the opposite. Bitter, burnt, thin shots that taste like someone roasted the beans and then forgot about them for a week. Weak crema that disappears before you can even grab your cup. That's what bad Costco coffee does to your morning. And yes, Starbucks finishes dead last. Keep watching to find out why. Today, we're ranking 8 Costco coffees for espresso from absolute worst to genuinely impressive. Every coffee here was tested on the same machine, same grind range, same shot recipe. No bias, just results. And our number 1 pick, it's going to surprise you, is not even marketed for espresso. Let's get into it. Number 8. Starbucks French Roast. Starting at the bottom, and this one might surprise people who assume the Starbucks name means quality. The Starbucks French Roast. The core problem here? Brand-driven over-roasting. Starbucks built their empire on dark roasts, and this is that philosophy taken to the extreme. The first thing you notice when you open this bag? The beans are nearly black and coated in oil. That oil isn't a sign of quality. It's a sign the beans have been roasted so aggressively that their internal oils have migrated to the surface. And here's what that means for your espresso machine. Those oily beans will clog your grinder over time. But the real crime happens in the cup. When you pull a shot with these beans, you're not tasting Colombian highlands or Ethiopian terroir. You're tasting the roasting process itself. Charcoal, ash, bitterness that lingers like a bad decision. The crema? Thin and disappears within seconds. The body? One-dimensional. There's no sweetness, no complexity, no reason to choose this over literally anything else on this list. Professional coffee reviewers consistently describe this as the point where roast flavor completely overtakes origin flavor. You're not drinking coffee anymore. You're drinking carbon. Espresso verdict. Skip it entirely. If you want burnt and bitter, at least save money with the Kirkland version. You're paying extra here for marketing, not quality. Who this is for? Honestly, no one who cares about espresso. Number 7. Kirkland Signature French Roast. Speaking of which, our 7th spot goes to Kirkland Signature French Roast. The problem here? Warehouse staleness combined with the same oily bean issue. These bags sit on Costco shelves with no roast date, slowly going stale while you think you're getting a deal. The espresso shots pull dark, almost black, with weak crema that looks more like dirty dishwater than the golden layer you want. The flavor profile? Flat, smoky, and aggressive in all the wrong ways. Multiple reviewers have called this one of the blandest coffees at Costco, which is remarkable when you consider how intense the roast actually is. No roast date on the bag means these beans could have been sitting there for months. And stale dark roast? That's just burnt cardboard in a cup. The one small positive? Rainforest Alliance certification. So at least your disappointing espresso has some ethical sourcing behind it. Espresso verdict. Only usable if you're drowning it in milk and flavored syrup. Marginally better value than Starbucks for the same burnt taste. Who this is for? Budget shoppers who only make sweet, syrup-heavy drinks. Number 6. Kirkland Signature Organic House Blend. Now we get to something slightly more interesting. The Kirkland Signature Organic House Blend. The issue here? This coffee was designed for drip machines, not espresso. It's not aggressively burnt like the French roast, but it wasn't optimized for pressure extraction either. Medium roast, USDA organic, and noticeably lighter in color than its darker siblings. The beans actually look like coffee beans. Brown, not black, with minimal oil on the surface. That's already a win for your grinder. When you pull a shot, you get decent crema and a more balanced flavor profile. There's some nuttiness, a hint of mild chocolate, and far less of that aggressive smokiness. The acidity is low, which makes it approachable. But here's the problem. It's bland, safe, forgettable. It doesn't offend, but it doesn't excite either. You'll drink it, you'll finish the bag, and you won't remember anything about it. Think of this as the, I guess this is fine coffee. It won't ruin your morning, but it won't make it either. Espresso verdict. Inoffensive but uninspiring. A step up from the French roasts, but still just average. Who this is for? People transitioning from drip who want something mild and non-threatening. Number 5. Kirkland Signature Espresso Blend. Now here's where things get interesting and a little deceptive. The Kirkland Signature Espresso Blend. The name screams, "Buy me for espresso." The packaging looks professional. The words Espresso Blend are right there on the bag. But here's the catch. This blend is custom roasted by Starbucks. Let that sink in. And suddenly, everything makes sense. You're getting that same over-roasted approach, just slightly dialed back. The beans are still oily, still darker than they need to be, still prioritizing that signature smoky profile over any origin characteristics. The tasting notes mention cocoa, dark chocolate, roasted nuts. And sure, those flavors are present, buried under layers of roast intensity. There's a subtle sweetness if you're really paying attention. And the finish is smoother than the French roast. The shots pull with better crema than its darker siblings. The body is fuller. It's not offensive espresso by any means. But here's the thing. This is trap coffee. The name convinces you it's optimized for espresso when it's really just less burnt Starbucks. It's the safe choice, the default pick, the bean you grab because the label told you to. Espresso verdict, entry-level espresso. Fine for lattes and milk drinks. Boring for straight shots. You can do better. Who this is for? Beginners who want something labeled espresso without thinking too hard. Number 4. Jose's Organic Mayan Blend. Now we're entering territory where the coffee actually starts tasting like coffee. Jose's Organic Mayan Blend. This is the underrated sleeper pick that most people walk right past. Medium dark roast, 100% USDA organic Arabica beans. Right away, you notice the difference. The beans aren't coated in oil. They have a matte finish that indicates proper roasting technique. The aroma is genuinely floral with chocolate undertones, not artificial chocolate flavor, actual cocoa notes that come from the bean's origin rather than from being cremated in a roaster. When you pull a shot, the crema is noticeably better. The color is that classic hazelnut brown instead of dark gray. The body is full without being heavy. Most importantly, no bitterness, none. The shot finishes smooth with lingering sweetness that actually makes you want another sip. Espresso verdict. Great daily driver if you want smooth, never bitter shots. Seriously underrated and overlooked. Who this is for? Budget-conscious home baristas who hate bitter or acidic espresso. Number 3. Peet's Major. Dickason's Blend. Bronze medal goes to Peet's Major Dickason's Blend. You're paying more per ounce here, but you're finally getting dark roast done right. Here's a fun piece of coffee history. Peet's essentially invented the dark roast style that Starbucks later adopted and pushed too far. Alfred Peet trained the original Starbucks founders. This blend was co-created with one of Peet's most loyal customers back in the day. The difference between Peet's dark roast and Starbucks dark roast? Complexity. Where Starbucks gives you charcoal, Peet's gives you chocolate, cedar. A hint of wine-like fruit. The roast is dark, absolutely, but it hasn't obliterated everything interesting about the beans. The shots pull with dense body and strong crema. Hand-roasted in small batches means better quality control than mass-produced alternatives. 100% Arabica, kosher certified. This is classic American espresso. Bold, assertive, unapologetic. It cuts through milk beautifully, making it ideal for lattes and Americanos, where you want the coffee to actually show up. Espresso verdict. The best dark roast option at Costco. If you're committed to dark roast espresso, stop here. Who this is for? Dark roast loyalists who want complexity, not just intensity. Number 2. Lavazza Super Crema. Silver medal. And this is where we enter professional territory. Lavazza Super Crema. You're buying over 125 years of Italian espresso expertise. Lavazza has been roasting since 1895. 8 out of 10 Italian households choose their beans. This isn't marketing, it's heritage. Super Crema is specifically engineered for espresso extraction. Not adapted for espresso, not works okay in espresso, designed from the ground up to produce perfect shots. The blend combines Arabica beans from South America with Robusta from Southeast Asia. That Robusta isn't a cost-cutting measure, it's deliberate. Robusta beans contain less oil and more caffeine, which produces that thick, golden, velvety crema that defines authentic Italian espresso. Tasting notes? Hazelnut, brown sugar, roasted grains. The shot is medium-bodied, balanced, never bitter. The crema is legitimately impressive, thick enough to hold sugar for a few seconds before it sinks. Here's the thing, this bean works perfectly in super automatic machines like Jura or Breville. The consistency is remarkable. Espresso verdict. If you want cafe-style espresso from Costco, this is it. Balanced, reliable, professional grade. Who this is for? Anyone with a super automatic machine or anyone chasing authentic Italian cafe flavor. Number 1. Ruta Maya Organic Medium Roast. And finally, the surprise champion, Ruta Maya Organic Medium Roast. This Mexican coffee from Chiapas takes the crown. And yes, I know what you're thinking. It's not even marketed as an espresso bean. That's exactly why it wins. Here's the key difference between our top two. Lavazza is engineered espresso. Ruta Maya is natural espresso. One is precision Italian blending, the other is single origin excellence that just happens to extract beautifully. Here's what most people don't understand about espresso. Darker doesn't mean better. In fact, medium roasts often extract better because the beans are denser and contain more of the compounds that create flavor complexity. Ruta Maya is shade-grown, 100% Arabica, USDA organic certified. The beans come from Maya Indian farmer cooperatives in Chiapas, Mexico, people who have been growing coffee on volcanic soil for generations. The roast profile is mellow, yet full-bodied. Mild acidity that's pleasant rather than sharp, smooth flavor with a soft finish that lingers without overstaying. But here's the real winner, the crema. Excellent, consistent golden crema without the oily bean problems that plague darker roasts. Your grinder stays clean, your shots stay beautiful. Fresher roast cycles than most Costco beans. Works beautifully for straight shots and milk drinks. Versatile, ethical, affordable. Espresso verdict. Best balance of freshness, flavor, and crema at Costco. The espresso purist's choice. Who this is for? Anyone who drinks straight shots or wants to taste the actual coffee, not just the roast. So there you have it. 8 Costco coffees for espresso, ranked from liquid regret to legitimate cafe quality. The lesson? Stop assuming darker means better. Stop paying extra for brand names that burned away all the flavor. Start paying attention to roast dates and bean quality. Next time you're navigating that massive coffee wall, remember this ranking. Skip the French roasts. Grab the Ruta Maya or Lavazza. Your espresso machine and your taste buds will thank you. If this saved you from buying burnt beans, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below. What Costco coffee should I test next? And if you want more rankings like this, let me know. Thanks for watching. Now go pull a proper shot.